Hey guys, I am going to read you chapter 6 in Detour of the Elephants. This one is called The Man in the Green Van. So it took a minute for everyone to understand what Mary was trying to tell them. Jessie asked her to repeat what she had said. After she was done, Henry asked, "Wait, do you mean we are taking a commercial flight, not the Redimus Society plane?" "Yes, a commercial flight," Mary replied. "The pilot said there's a mechanical problem with the plane and there is no time to wait for repairs. Let's go. I don't want you to miss your plane. I'll tell you the rest of the message once we are on our way." They all hurried to the van and Mary pulled out onto the road. There was more traffic than there had been earlier in the day. "I hope we get there in time," she said. What was the rest of the message? Once you land in Thailand, you are to go to the Elephant Wildlife Preserve or Reserve. Then you'll get your clue as to where you go next. Well, this kind of explains to us why the book is titled Detour of the Elephants. I mean, these now we're going towards elephants. "Elephants," Suli cried. "Yeah, I love elephants." "I do too," Violet said. "This will be fun." "I hope so. I hope the Redimus plane can be fixed," Henry said. "Thailand is a long way to go to get a clue where to go next." Because of the heavy traffic, they made it to the airport just in time. At the ticket counter, they were surprised there weren't any tickets waiting for them. The airline agent said, "I have your reservations. You just need to pay for the tickets." "That's strange," Henry said. "Trudy usually arranges all that." "I will call her." "I'll pay for the tickets," Cousin Al said. "We'll miss the flight if we don't hurry." The Aldens went through the security line and then ran to the gate. The other passengers were already boarding. Once everyone was seated on the plane, Benny asked, "Would someone tell me where Thailand is?" Jessie laughed. "Of course, Benny. I'll show you." She pulled out a magazine from the pocket of the seat in front of them and opened it to a page showing a map of the world. She pointed to a spot on the map. "It's a country that is also in Asia. It's south of China, right here. We are landing at the capital city, Bangkok, which is right here." "Thailand isn't as big as China," Benny said as he studied the map. "No, and most of it is very tropical, so it will be warm there," Henry said. The flight took about 5 hours. When the plane landed, they got off, and Jessie said, "I suppose someone will be here to meet us. The Silvertons have been arranging that for us everywhere we go." They stood for a time outside a gate, but no one approached them. Finally, Henry went up to an information booth and talked to the woman there. He came back to report what he had learned. Boy, this trip for them is definitely not following the pattern that they've had before. That's not good. It makes me question if they should be there or not. "There aren't any messages here for us." The woman at the desk suggested we go out to where the drivers wait to pick up passenger. "Maybe the driver will be there." "I'm sure we'll find someone out there," Cousin Al said. Cousin Joe arranged for some U.S. money for Thai money, and then they walked through the airport. "It's the most beautiful airport I've ever seen," Violet said. Huge, colorful statues represented parts of Thai culture were placed around the central areas of the terminals. Many of them were painted gold. The curved glass ceiling let in light from the sun, which was setting, and the light made the statues look like they were glowing. Hmm. "There's someone with an Alden sign," Violet said, and she motioned to the group of drivers. One man stood out. He was a very big man with messy red hair, a beard, and wire-rimmed glasses. "He doesn't look much like all the other drivers," she said doubtfully. "Ooh, here's the picture. It's actually kind of creepy looking dude." Hmm. "He doesn't, does he?" Cousin Al said. "He looks like a tourist who lost his suitcase and has only one outfit to wear." The man had on baggy shorts and a grubby shirt that had a button missing. He was wearing sandals. One of the sandals had a broken strap. So no button, broken strap, no suitcase, shaggy. Hmm. Maybe our trip was so rushed he was the only one available, Jesse suggested. Henry walked up to him. Hello, we're the Aldens. The man took a step back, nearly dropped the sign. Oh, yes, he stuttered. Good, you're here. The man spoke with an English accent, like some of the people they'd heard when they had delivered one of the artifacts to Stonehenge. Hurry, my car is in the parking lot, the man said. He looked around at them. Do you have all your things? He asked. He was staring down at Benny's camera bag. Yes, we do, Henry said. Follow me then, the man said as he turned to leave. Silvertons want you on your way as soon as possible. He led them to a very old, rusty green van. When he opened the door, they could see it was full of food wrappers and empty drink cans. Doesn't sound like somebody the Silvertons would have carting them around. He said sorry for the mess. How far are we going? Jesse asked. Not far, the man said. His phone rang. He answered and said, Yes, I have them, and then he hung up. Jesse's feeling that something was wrong grew stronger. Even though the man had mentioned the Silvertons, he hadn't introduced himself. Oh, and he never said anything about owls either, did he? Jessie So she looked over at Henry. He looked back and gave a small shake of his head. What do you think of owls? Jessie asked the man. Owls? What are you talking about? He stared at her, frowning. What do you think of owls? Jessie repeated. The man scowled. I don't think about owls. Everybody in. We need to get going. Hurry up. Wait, I lost my passport, Henry said, putting his hand on his pocket. It's not here. It must be back at the passport control. We have to go back and get it, Cousin Joe said. You've got to have your passport. Yes, we need to hurry. I hope you didn't drop it somewhere, Jessie said. Wait here, she told the red-haired man. We'll be back. She grabbed Benny's hand. Come on, everyone. Wait, no, the man yelled as the Alden started back into the terminal. You're supposed to come with me. Come back. Just wait there, Henry yelled. We'll be back. As soon as they were back in the terminal, Henry led them into a big crowd and then around behind one of the large statues. Why did you stop? Cousin Joe asked. We need to find your passport. Henry pulled his passport out of his pocket. I've had it all along, he said. Don't trust that man. I don't think he's really working for the Redimus Society. He didn't say anything about owls, and he just didn't look right, Jessie said. That's true, Cousin Alice said. He was a very scruffy man. We should call Trudy, Violet said. We don't have time, Bunny said. There he is again. The man was pushing his way through the crowd, looking from side to side. He doesn't see us. Let's go get a taxi and get out of here, Jessie said. They ran out of the airport to the line of taxis and found a van that was big enough for all of them. Where to? The driver asked. The man had seen us. He's running toward his car. We'd like to go into the city, and then we'll let you know exactly where to let us off. I'm sure there will be so many cars he won't be able to follow us. There was a lot of traffic, but every time they looked back, they could still see the green van. Soon they were in the middle of the city. He's still following us and getting closer, Violet said, looking out the back window. Taxi came to a stop. He couldn't move because so many trucks, cars, and motorcycles filled the road. They were stuck in a giant traffic jam. Jessie noticed the only vehicles moving were the motorcycles and some small three-wheeled vehicles with taxi signs on top of them. They didn't have windows except for a front shield. Most were full of tourists laughing and taking pictures. What are those? Jessie asked, pointing at one. Oh, they are called tuk-tuks, the taxi driver said. They're very popular with tourists. They don't go very fast, but they will fit down some of the smaller streets and alleys, and they can go around traffic jams. At least the man in the van won't be able to move, Henry said. We'll get out of here. Thank you. I have an idea, she said to the others as she opened the door. Everyone climbed out as Cousin Joe pulled out some money and paid the driver. They all followed Jessie over to a line of the tuk-tuks. They were parked waiting for customers. Jessie went up to one driver who stood by a bright red one. Can you take us on a tour of Bangkok down some of the small streets where cars can't go? Of course, the man said. You all won't fit in one, though. He called to the man next to him and said something in a different language. That man nodded. His was yellow. I'll take four and the other three can go in my friend's vehicle. They climbed into them, and the passenger area had benches on each side to sit on. So Jessie and Benny sat on one side, facing Henry and Violet. Cousin Joe and Cousin Alice and Sully got in the other. The traffic on the road was moving again, and as they started up, the Aldens could see the green van inching closer. They took off down a small side street lined with shops. The red-haired man tried to follow, but his van wouldn't fit. People waved him away from the street. He had to back up. The Alden saw him pound his fist on the steering wheel. a frustrated look on his face. Good riddance, Cousin Joe muttered. That's the end of chapter 6. So, who do we think had them fly to Thailand? Who do we think the man with the scruffy beard is? Is it really a beard? Hmm. Curious and curiouser. Have to wait for chapter 7.